Mishnah. Of the Stanhope house.
Watch out, Brenda. Don't bring them home with you.
Brenda, beware.
Happy Freedom Friday, children of the lawn.
Yeah, now that we scared you half to
wait,
death.
Sue's
What?
sick. Sue says she's not feeling well. Chills and sleepy. Ooh, we're sorry. Feel better.
Wow, chills and sleepy.
That's not good. Well,
No, I'm sorry to hear that,
get
Sue.
in your jammies.
Yeah. Do you need some suggestions for illness movies to watch? Or not to watch? Well, we hope you feel better.
Yes, feel better.
Yeah, I mean, wow.
I'll tell you what was a
People
funny thing to watch. It was episodic, wasn't it? The Hitman.
Was that episodic?
I don't know. It was so funny. Oh my gosh.
It was funny.
They
Who was he?
Hitman.
Gary? What was his name? I don't even remember. He
In
was
the
great.
Movie, he was Gary, and then
I don't know who he is in real life, but he's the same guy that was in Top Gun Maverick. He was the smart ass in Top,
But
and
he's
totally
funny.
different guy. But yeah, he is really funny.
She's in bed and yes movies. Well,
Yes, movies. Okay, well, we watched a
Hitman's
bunch of
good
stuff.
one.
What did we watch? What else did we watch? We watched a bunch of stuff.
We watched a bunch of the Jason Statham movies.
Yeah, if you want to see people get their asses kicked, go watch a Jason Statham movie. Safe, Don't watch the one with Jessica Alba.
No, that one's not good.
Because
No.
that's not her finest hour. She's better off with the Honest Company.
Yes.
And we applaud her for that, don't we? Or do we?
Yeah. Honest Company.
Yeah, right. Which is something that's like an anomaly in itself, an honest company. But, well, we have a little surprise for you later on in the show.
Ooh. And it's not Remy singing a new song.
It's not Remy singing a new song. It's not the ghost of the Stanhope house, Brenda.
Ooh, Brenda. You heard the owner and his son telling us about the ghost.
That's right. That's right. And it's not, I'll tell you what I was going to do, and I can't seem to do it, and I have had so much bullshit going on with these broadcasts, I'm not going to try to do it. But was it last night or the night before?
It was after the show Wednesday night.
After the show Wednesday night, my good old friend Donald Roser, a.k.a. Buck Dharma, from Blue Oyster Cult, hit me up and said, Steve, I'm sending you a link to my new video, which I wanted to play for you tonight, but...
The ghost of Longhoe House. The ghost of Longhoe computer.
Yeah, the ghost of the Macintosh ghost would not let me play it. I thought we'd have a great discussion about releasing new material
Because he said share it.
in your mid-70s.
And it's a really good song.
It's a really good song, and there's a bunch of cool stuff that goes with it. It's not just...
The video.
Yeah, there's a video, and there's a lot of... And he put all of his old friends in it, all of his old bandmates, I should say.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of references to some kind of funny stuff. I mean, Buck's a very clever and very funny guy.
And people that have done this show, Danny Miranda, his bass player,
Danny's
is
done
in the
show.
video.
Yeah.
Albert Bouchard.
Right,
who's
Albert
the
Bouchard
drummer.
played drums on this particular
Yeah, he's
track.
been on the show.
And if you're a muso, Bob Clearmountain tracked and mixed it. Bob has done like everybody, including Bon Jovi, but we don't hold that against him.
No, we don't.
No, and he's not sending us part of the check either.
No, he's not.
I remember being in Woodstock with Tico, and he said, yeah, he gets $100,000 just for tracking the songs. I said, what? Okay. And then probably points on top of that. But we're not here to talk shop.
Well, Anton says there's a problem with clams that were harvested from Maine. What?
Clams?
What are they giving people? Like,
I used to have a problem with clams, but I'm not in that band anymore.
Sue, did you eat any clams from Maine?
Hey, TV. Yeah, did you eat any Maine clams?
Oh, they're making people sick. Maybe that's
Really? See, man, seafood always freaked me out, I gotta tell you. I like shellfish, and they're in a shell, but that's a mollusk. It's not really shellfish.
right. It's a shellfish. That's what they're called.
Is it? No.
Shellfish?
Clam is a shellfish?
Oh no, I guess not. No.
You
I don't know.
Shellfish
He
bitch.
said it was on the news today. She didn't have any clams. Okay.
Maybe you better have some.
No, don't have any, Sue. Don't have.
No,
any.
don't have any.
I'm gonna
Especially
tell you, if you're in bed.
Mercury clams on sale. Anton, you want to hip us up to it? It was on the news today. Is
Yeah.
it? Clams made the news today, oh boy.
Yeah.
No.
It's on the news. Well,
We'll have to look for it because we have Roku, so we can get anybody's news. I feel like I'm spying on other states.
Well, we watch the Westchester news. We go to the Channel 12 Westchester,
Yeah, and
we feel like we're back
I feel
there.
like it's 20 years ago and we got somehow transported back into the mountains. Ooh.
Clams from Maine making people sick.
That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah.
You're gonna look it up?
Yes.
Well, anyway, let me tell you about Buck's
It's from
video.
Red Tide.
It is. They have red tide in Maine?
Primary red tide thread in Maine is from a species of plankton, and yes, it's causing shellfish poisoning.
See, guys, that's why
So clams are a shellfish,
they are.
I guess.
Why don't you ask your stupid thing if clams are a shellfish?
My stupid thing.
Your stupid thing. Your stupid little phone. My stupid little phone. I just found the battery from that stupid little phone.
Are clams a shellfish?
Clams are not selfish.
Shellfish
They're
fall
very-
into two different groups: crustaceans, shrimp, crab, and lobster. Mollusk, like clams, mussels, oysters, and scallops, and octopi, or squid.
So it is a shellfish,
Yep,
but it's a mollusk.
yep.
Oh, okay. I guess we can sleep in the same bed tonight. All right. I like lobsters and shrimp, but hate clams.
Okay.
Well, so do I, because a clam is a slang for a mistake on stage. Hitting
I
clams.
like, you love,
I love Umberto's.
yeah, linguine and clam
That red
sauce.
clam sauce.
Red clam sauce.
Maron.
Mm.
But again, I digress. So anyway, let me tell you about Buck's video, and you can search it on your own. It's really, really good. I was very proud that he sent it to me, and asked my opinion and so on and so forth, and told me to share it with you if I could. But I can't, so I'll just tell you about it. It's called The End of Every Song. And it's based on, you know what, he sent me all the information, and it's interesting.
A poem,
It's based on, I'll tell you what it is. Where are you? Buck.
like the
Buck.
1800s.
Here
or
he
something?
is. Here he is. Here he is. Well, we were going back and forth for a while. Albert. Okay. Spoke to Bobby after his triple bypass. The lyric is a poem written in 1867, but it's relevant today. Well, it certainly is. It's probably not the last song, but it's getting close. Full credits. Now here, let me tell you, give you this list of credits because it's really, really cool. The song credits are not coming up on this stupid little phone. The music is by Donald Buck. It's adapted by Donald. What was that? Did I hear something?
Yes.
I did. And
Oh, it's Booker.
the vocals are Buck and Sandy Dharma.
Hey, Booker.
Oh, he's ready to migrate.
I was wondering if you'd recognize it right away.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, are you kidding me?
Your migration.
You're migrating. Nice. I was actually, I was hoping tonight, because your video happened to come up, the very first one, which I think that's still my favorite.
Yeah.
It came up with the new window dressing, Corey Glover's Universe. Of
Yeah.
course, in the video, it's still tagged with the old stuff, but
Don
now
Universe, yeah.
nobody's recutting that. But I don't know. Do you know Buck Dharma from Blue Oyster Cult? Donald Roser?
Not personally, no.
No, he's a Long Island guy, and as you probably know. Anyway, he sent me. We've been friends a long time, and we've played together over the years. And I even was asked to audition for Blue Oyster Cult, but I didn't get the because I was too tall.
But you're still behind the drum. You're still too tall behind the drums.
Well, if you come out for the for the battle line,
yeah. I know that's
like they were marionettes, and I was, Actually, did you see the picture of Shaq and
Simone
Oh,
Biles.
wow.
Simone Biles?
Yes, that where he's
so
doesn't even come up to his waist.
So I understand. You know what I mean?
But you know what though? She's just as dominant, if not more so.
Yes. And I said,
She's
if she had his body, she would not be good at gymnastics. And if he had her body, he would not be good at basketball.
Yeah.
but then he'd be doing gymnastics and she'd be playing basketball.
But there was some things like, because last night they re-showed the women's individual.
Yeah.
And it was like after the Brazilian girl Andrade went and did her floor exercise, they just showed Simone's face. And I was like going, oh, That's the face that says, I'm just going to kick everybody's ass. It's the same face. It's the same face Michael Jordan would have when he was destroying another team.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the same exact face.
Yeah.
And doesn't that feel good? Don't you? I mean,
Or like Shikari had.
oh yeah,
Shikari.
Shikari Richardson.
That was just the
Shikari.
semifinal today. Think about that. That was just the semifinal today.
I know.
And she wasn't all out. She said she didn't run it all out.
No.
She's amazing.
She's amazing.
Amazing. Love
And Simone, I mean, come on.
it's crazy what she does, man. I mean, I have to think that her compact build makes it easier for her to spin. You know, it's obvious, you know, there's a certain amount of geometry or physics there, but still, man, how do
But
you
all those girls are like a certain size. When they showed Andrade doing the spin up in the air, right? It showed how high she went up, and then they showed how high Simone went up. Simone goes up almost 2 feet higher.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is just built like she's amazing. She's amazing.
I was saying to my wife, you know how strong they are?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, think about that, man.
Mhm.
I was talking to a friend of mine who's a writer for the New York Times, and he said he's doing this new thing called hanging. Have you heard of that? Hanging, not by the throat. He said all you do is you hang from like a chin bar or whatever it is, and you just hang there for 30. No, it's not inversion. You just hang there for 30 seconds. Go for 30 seconds, and then hang for another 30 seconds. But I have a surprise for the room.
Hey, Don.
Hey, Don.
Hello.
Here's my surprise. This is my gift to the children of the Lord. Oh my!
Ooh, that's a surprise.
Ah,
What's up?
what's up?
Yes.
Oh man. All right, Lenny's gonna be late. He's cooking dinner.
Oh, shocker!
Ask me why I'm not surprised.
How's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
I'm still alive, man. And I actually got some good news yesterday.
Uh-huh.
You know, I'll wait for Mousy to come in.
Here I
There she goes.
am.
Elsie.
And I've
Guess
been
who's
drinking.
back? Back
been-
again. Shady's
I know.
back.
Shady's back.
I've been drinking those what do you call it? Those shakes, like they're going out of style, like 5 of them a day, and they're helping put the weight back on.
Yeah.
Got some really good news yesterday
What's that?
because I thought they were telling me I had a widowmaker. One artery was completely closed, 100%. The other side is like 50%. Okay.
Wow.
So I went to see the surgeon that was supposed to go up in here, put a stent in the one that's closed, open it back up. He comes out to me yesterday. He says, no procedure necessary. He says,
What?
I can't fix this. Your closed door, I can't fix it. He says, but the other side, you got 50% open, is bringing plenty of blood up to your head. Now, also, what happens when one of these closes 100%, there's other smaller arteries around it that start to carry blood up to your head.
It's called collaterals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he says, you're in good shape. He said, if I go and try to open that up, he says, I'm going to do more damage. He says, so.
Arteries.
Man. So he
I
got
said-
away with no operation.
And think about this. Hang on, guys. Think about this. That's a doctor who stood to make thousands and thousands of dollars from the procedure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know it's got to be true.
It was George's friend.
Yeah, it was George's.
George's
It
friend, yeah.
was George.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really was. But that was really big. For the 2 weeks I've been home from rehab, I've been hardly moving because I'm afraid I'm going to have a stroke every time.
Yeah, that you're gonna break
Ooh,
a clot
you know.
loose. I get it. It's
Until I
scary.
get this done. So now I can start getting myself stronger again. I can start eating a little bit more now too.
And getting out of those pajamas.
And I thought I had big news with I don't have diabetes blood test.
You sound good though, Angus, man.
He does. I was just
I
gonna
do.
say you sound a lot stronger. Even your coloring looks better, your voice is
Well,
stronger.
yeah, I got to get outside again, but but and
One step,
I'll gain
small
the wind
steps,
back.
pal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
necessarily mean that you're getting, I'm not talking about your tan. I'm talking about the overall,
Yeah.
because a lot of times when people are having circulation issues, your skin gets sort of mottled looking.
Yeah, you look gray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not just that, but it's like your blood is not going to all the vessels, so you'll have like little patches almost of
Yeah,
discoloration where it looks paler, and then part of it's more pink or yellow or whatever, like your skin tone is. So, but your color looks consistent, which is huge, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
all
Yeah.
right,
Good,
Angus.
good.
Yes, good
God.
lighting.
See, now I've been away offline for like 3 weeks. I knew nothing about this, so I'm just really happy to
Oh,
hear.
I didn't want you listen. Is that the blessed graduate in the background?
It is indeed.
Wow.
Aw.
Tell the class. Tell the class.
My younger daughter got her master's degree from Cambridge University in
Wow.
the
Wow.
history and philosophy of science and medicine. And I don't know if you can see it.
Incredible.
Hang on, let me get out of the way here. You put your hands together like that, and then the dean or whatever, Dean Martin there, he puts his hands around theirs and he invokes the the confirmation, and the whole damn thing was in Latin. So,
Wow.
Oh yeah.
it was real old school. Definitely Harry Potter territory.
Yeah.
Well, it's London, right?
Cambridge.
Dominoes and checkers. All you guineas, get off the lawn.
You know what
It
though?
was
Even like Seton Hall University, at Catholic universities, all of the diplomas are in Latin.
Yeah.
Like you get a diploma, it doesn't say Seton Hall University. It says it in Latin with your, except for your name, but the entire thing is in Latin of what your degree is and everything.
So I have two questions about this. Was there somebody doing ALS? That's number one. And number two, how do you know he didn't make mistakes?
Item number one, I don't know what that means. Item number two.
American Sign Language. He meant
American Sign
ASL.
Language.
Oh,
He meant ASL.
okay.
Or if you're just like,
No, I meant ADD is what I meant.
ALS, but Lou
ALS
Gehrig.
is Lou Gehrig's disease. I don't know, but it was very joyful, even though it was kind of serious and stuff. All the guys who were doing the Latin rascals there, they were all smiling. It was really sweet. It was really, really nice. And we were over
well,
there
that is some accomplishment. I mean, there is a reason to smile. God bless. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. She misses England, and she's sick in bed with COVID right now. So,
Oh.
Oh,
we're looking after. We're gonna watch Silicon Valley at 8 o'clock tonight, and that
Well,
keeps
to every
happening.
silver lining, there's a cloud, right?
right.
Yeah.
Well, you know why all the Latin guys were smiling, right?
Because
Veritas.
Ah,
Hush comes over the room. Oh, Mousy, yes. Enough
I know.
med school. In vino veritas, in wine there is truth.
well, I'll drink to that. Although I have nothing left.
Creda Judaeus appella non ego.
Yes. But you, of course, Mr. Luongo, you benefited from an AirSats Milky Bar spread.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
let me tell you what.
White chocolate
That's like
spread he sent us from England.
there's this. When I was making my
Thank
free.
you, Don.
Yes, thank you, man. I'm gonna have to go.
Excuse me, did we share with the rest of the class?
Yes, I know. We're
don't
gonna
think so.
share. When I did my regular trips to England, John lived in Stowe on the Wold, and there's nothing there. There's like a chemist that closes. Everything closes for lunch, and then all of a sudden, one year I go and there's a Tesco, and Tesco has like 3 candy aisles.
It's like the big grocery
It's
store.
ridiculous. It's just insane. If 3 candy aisles, and I see this, and I love white chocolate, and I see this stuff called Milky Bar spread. And basically, it's like
Nutella, but white chocolate.
yeah, but it's insane.
Oh, it's just you're supposed
And
to spread
you're
it on
supposed to spread it on
toast.
stuff. We were eating it with a spoon.
It's
That's
It makes John so
disgusting.
mad. It would
That's
make him-
disgusting.
And then his girlfriend, who couldn't eat chocolate but could have white chocolate, went, "Oh my God, where'd you get that?"
Right, and so they, of course, got a case.
Oh,
And
shit.
so I tried to bring as many jars at home, but that's like
It doesn't
whatever.
last, yeah.
You always run out, and then it's like And so Don said, "Look, I'm going to England. Is there anything I can bring back, Ray?" And I said,
I don't think they make it anymore.
"Milky Bar
No,
spread."
they do make it. We think they still make it. The best reconnaissance that we got said that it was a seasonal item because we went to every Tesco's, every Waitrose, every
Oh.
co-op. I mean, every.
Wow.
But we found that in a specialty store in Exeter when we were on
Wow.
our way. When we were on our way to.
Yeah,
We visited with the old CEO from the managing director from SSL, who lives in this gorgeous. I mean, the country's so beautiful. We couldn't get over it. I drove for just about 2 weeks, everywhere we went, and it was just you
it
come
is
over
beautiful.
it's such a beautiful country.
I remember first going there, and I told you, John used to have a television in the kitchen. His kitchen was the size of my house. But he had a television in the kitchen you weren't allowed to turn off. And I'm sitting down there by myself one day, and all of a sudden I see, there's a lot of Indian culture, obviously, in England, and I see this woman on the television, obviously Indian. She's got the bindi, and she's got her kids there, and she says, "Ethiopia, Racharantis." And I was like, they have Indian commercials? And what she was saying, "Eat up, you're at your aunties," but she said it so fast it sounded like another language.
Here it is.
Here it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Backwards.
Very
but
nice.
Oh,
It is
thank you,
so
Don.
freaking
and
good.
Haven.
Yes, and
Yes.
hey, thanks. Yeah, because we'll be going to Haven after we finish this. It's like, but see, this is very high class, and like I said in my note to you, I wouldn't expect anything less. This is like very high class.
Yes.
Rich people die from this. Just regular old serfs die from Milky Bar spread. But it's like, this is like royalty Milky
Yeah,
Bar
this
spread.
is.
Right. Well, I mean, your whole thing about what you bring back, we've have an affinity for this very cinnamon spicy toothpaste that's called Euthamol. And it comes in little tubes. And if
Oh.
you buy it over here, if you can find it, it's like $8 for 7 or 50 milliliters. It's tiny. So we go into Save Mart or Savers, whatever it's called, and it's £1.99. So Don, of course, empties the shelf of it. And then the other thing was this Cotswolds gin that we discovered that up until recently, I didn't think you could get it here. Now you can. So we brought back all this stuff, in our checked luggage. And then I was at Astor Wines and Liquors just a couple of days ago, and it's like, oh, they
It's
have
there.
it here.
Cotswold gin?
Other people are bringing in fentanyl. Don's bringing in toothpaste.
Yeah,
Cinnamon toothpaste.
Yeah, cinnamon.
yeah, from fentanyl to Pepsodent. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, I used to have to. Now, see, this is a turnaround. I used to have, when I would go over, I had to bring with me French's, was it French's?
Yep.
Yeah, French's
Yellow
mustard.
mustard.
And what was the
Ranch dressing.
What ranch dressing?
Oh,
Hidden Valley.
Ranch.
Hidden Valley.
Hidden Valley
Yeah.
Ranch.
Yep.
And as many cartons of Winston 100s as I could fit
Yeah.
in my cigarette, in my
We used to have to
suitcase.
bring those to John.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
ranch dressing, French's mustard,
Yellow
and
mustard.
cigarettes.
Yeah, we had a guy who did software at SSL, and he came over to do some work at the studios and he said, "Where can I get Tropicana orange juice?" And I don't think he was able to bring it back with him, but he had this passion for Tropicana orange juice because only in America could you get good orange juice at that time, at a supermarket.
Wow.
Oh, and the other thing,
Now Tropicana, the size that used to be 64 ounces, went down to 52 ounces, is now at 46 ounces.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
that's called shrinkflation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard about the blonde that was staring at the can of Tropicana?
The frozen can.
She thought it said concentrate. Anyway,
Vroom.
couldn't let it go by.
No,
I want, I'm glad to have the room here. I was going to send this to you guys, and Don, I sent it to you. Buck's new track. How did you
Yep.
like that?
very nice. Really well done.
I did
I was
too.
going to send it to you guys and to to all of the Friday freaks, but
Friday freaks.
well,
Free for allers.
well, they're not. Yeah, the free for all,
Freaky Friday.
freak for allers. And I said, no, you know what? I'll play it on the show and we'll talk about it then. But I couldn't. It's called The End of Every Song. And it's actually, I was reading the stats of it. It's a very cool concept. It's from a poem that was written in 1867. And Buck adapted the lyrics and put it to music. And it's really, really good. And he had a few heavy, Danny Miranda playing bass. Bear McCreary, what's his name? Albert Bouchard played drums,
Yeah.
who was, you remember from the original Soft White Underbelly. It was tracked by Bob Clearmountain. Nice. And it's just, he did a
It's
really
on
cool
YouTube.
thing.
You guys can
Yeah,
go
it's
look
called
at
The
it.
End of Every Song, Buck Dharma, and it's really, really well done. And, Buck plays Steinberger. And he has this thing that he calls a cheeseburger because it's a Steinberger, the one with the body, not the little narrow one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's got like holes in it, so it looks like Swiss cheese, and he calls it a cheeseburger. But he was playing a Strat on the thing, which is like way out of character for Buck.
Yeah.
But it is so good and so well done, and it's kind of timeless. And I was hoping, I wanted to play it on the show because I thought it would have been a good conversation piece for us. But and Mousy Booker, I'll send it to you guys. I sent it to Angus and I sent it to Don.
I loved it. I liked it a
It's
lot.
really, I mean,
But it's really funny because when you're around him, you have to call him Donald because his name is Donald Roser, right? But he says to Steve, he texts Steve and he said, Steve, this is Donald. Buck
has a new song
Buck has a
out.
new song. It's like, what?
So he's his own imaginary friend.
Oh, way. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But
when I'm doing like when someone calls me and asks me to do something for them, and they're speaking to Booker, right?
Yeah.
And they say, well, what's this going to cost me? And I said, well, let me put Harold King on the phone. And they go, who is that? It's me. It's just a very different persona.
That's my manager.
Yeah,
Don't take
it's
that
the guy.
shit.
It's the guy that says no to everything that you want as a favor.
Harold don't do no favors.
We thought it was your brother.
Yeah, when your mother was calling out Harold that
Harold,
one year,
boy.
man,
Does he have that
we're thinking,
brother?
wow, Booker's
Harold?
brother's there?
Oh.
Too much.
Oh
Yeah.
man. Wow.
So, I mean, the thing with Buck raises the question, here's Buck. He certainly isn't doing it for the money. My God, how many times have they used Godzilla or Don't Fear the Reaper? I mean, he's,
yeah.
God bless him, he's doing
More
okay.
cowbell.
But he's got that in it. What's his name is in it? In the video, Will Ferrell. Is in Will Ferrell, and it's funny. I mean, it's great. There's a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff, especially if you're a BOC fan. You'll get a lot of the stuff, and you'll see Bobby Rondinelli's in it because he played with Blue Oyster Cult for a while.
So I thought that.
And speaking of Bobby Rondinelli, good thoughts for our brother drummer.
Yes.
He just had a triple bypass.
Yes.
Whoa.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yikes.
he's ready to get back to work.
Yeah, no, he's all recovered.
Yeah,
He did it. He had it without any trauma, right?
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was 8 weeks ago, he said?
Yeah, 8 weeks ago, and he's like 100%, man.
Yeah, because they're doing things earlier and earlier. They're catching things earlier and earlier. They're not waiting. Thank God for like the great diagnostics that are coming, more and more to the forefront every single day. But they're not waiting for people to be in like crisis mode. They're not waiting for people to start, having that damage going on. So
And they're getting so good at it too.
that's the thing, because they're doing it so much sooner. They're not, again, once the muscle tissue dies off in your heart, it's, that's it. It's dead. So, and that's what we were talking about, the collateral, that like I have seen hearts that it's like, oh my God, how is this person still alive? Just covered with collaterals. It's like when a tree grows down the roots and it hits a rock,
Yeah.
it just goes out around it. And that's what happens with the heart. You know, the
Mhm.
oxygen, it just grows more arteries and to try to
Amazing.
get oxygen into your blood and, you know, your heart pumping.
Mhm.
But it's honestly, the recovery time has been cut, not more than in half, because people are, first of all, doing interventional cardiology procedures at younger ages. So, you know, it used to be people would go along, and just go, well, like nobody ever told me anything was wrong with me. And nobody ever, you know, I never went to a doctor because I don't have any issues. And then bam, of course,
Yeah.
you know, but now, you know, it's just routine. It's like like you said, Steve, it's like screening for cholesterol. It's like screening for diabetes. It's like they screen for this and bam, before you know it, people in their 40s are having these procedures, not like people are having worse things happen younger. It's just that they're catching it sooner, which is why, again, people are living so much longer
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
living with good quality. Not, you
So
know, you
Don,
remember you used to be the
point to
people.
that. Yesterday I got my diabetes screen back and I don't have diabetes. If next time I go down there, there's a problem,
It's this way.
Don.
freaking white
I tried-
chocolate.
No can hear.
It was
No,
a small.
no.
It was only a small container, Steve. It was
Yeah,
only
believe me.
Oh,
That's
just like in the meaning of life or whatever it was, right? Like, oh, just one small after dinner
And,
mint.
Yeah.
oh man. So Angus, look at you smiling, awake. I'm like
I know,
thrilled
Angus,
for
you
you,
look
bro.
so good. I'm so
Yeah,
like
I just-
happy.
I don't know. I guess I got plenty of rest.
You usually get that on the show.
Yeah, I know. From the hospital and then rehab, and rehab was horrible, man. It was the food was terrible. It was just an awful place, and it's kind of my fault and Franny's fault because we picked it because it was close to home.
Close.
You know?
Yeah. That's what a lot of people do, though.
You know,
And
yeah.
they
you
didn't
pick it-
bring you food. The family didn't bring you food.
Yes, yeah, Franny and Stella and her boyfriend Fernando. Thank God for that kid because they would bring me food and everything. The
he
first day I
smuggled
went,
stuff into you, huh?
yeah, the first day I was in there, I get in there, they finally get me signed in. It's like 6 p.m. They put me in my room. I don't have a remote for the TV. They don't know if the TV even works. Then they bring me. They go, "You're hungry?" And I said, "Yeah." All right, we'll go get your dinner. So they bring me in a little fruit bowl like this that's broken on the top. Wait a minute.
Oh,
And a half a peanut butter and jelly sandwich wrapped in
Oh my
cellophane.
God.
I
The
said,
guy
"Are you
next
kidding
door
me?"
didn't eat.
Wait
I
a
said,
minute. Are you sure you were in a hospital or remote
Exactly.
control?
That doesn't-
Dale,
Hello
yeah.
there. I'm Siri. What can I do for you?
who was that? Siri.
Well, you could
I'm
put
not
money in my
talking to
bank
Siri.
account.
Get out of here.
Okay.
I think
I
they
lost
gave you
everybody.
bad food, so you'll hurry up and get out of there.
Oh God. But it was
Yeah,
I mean there was
My
no,
sister is actually in a rehab right now. She had a procedure done on her neck because she was having numbness in her hand and her feet. And she's been there a little while, and I'm her emergency contact. So it's like right now, every 2 days, I'm getting this call. 2 more people have tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, it's on the
I
rise.
called her and she says, I don't have COVID. She says, I'm about to put the yellow tape in front of my door and close it.
Right? Like
Really?
crosses, whatever.
yeah.
Because
Yeah.
now it's like it was just patients before. Now it's staff members as well.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
yeah.
you know what?
You
There's
gotta be
part of
careful.
it is the fact nobody's getting vaccinated anymore. Even the ones that are recently vaccinated, it's a
Are there
different
new
strain.
vaccines? Are there
Pardon?
new ones? Are there new vaccines?
I think this new strain is sort of, they haven't created a targeted vaccine for the new strain that's going around. That being said, it seems to be more contagious but less.
Yes,
Less
yes,
Yeah,
efficacy.
so it's less strong. It's less dangerous. It's like having a shitty flu, basically.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what all
But
of
the problem
all
is
of these
people
things-
are not reporting it anymore.
Yeah, because it's
So
just
the
it feels
Board
like
of
a
Health
bad
is
cold.
not getting the statistics. People are, just testing and laying low or whatever. And the problem with that is, look, no one's coming after you to say that like if you report COVID, but not having the numbers and people not being aware to be careful again, it's causing problems for those people who can't take a vaccine, who
Yeah.
are compromised
Yeah.
health wise, who have secondary conditions and underlying problems. So though, that's why all of a sudden everything is on the upswing, because generally in the summer, that's not usually the case. It's usually in the holidays when people are inside
Yeah.
on top of each other, hugging and kissing and whatever. Usually people are spending more time outside and they're not in such contained environments. So this is kind of unprecedented since the big whoop that happened a few years ago. So
Well,
hopefully,
I still test all the time because I play at a church, and at that church, they still if you are one of the performers or you're in the staff, you test
yeah,
every before you go in. And I know, I haven't tested positive since I had it. I had the first strain in the
The
U.S.
vintage COVID.
I
yeah,
had I had
Vintage
that
COVID.
the
vintage one.
OG.
I had vintage COVID, and I haven't tested positive for it since. So it's like, and I haven't had the last vaccine,
Uh-huh.
but I had up until then. But I haven't had the last vaccine. But I haven't nothing.
Sue said,
Nothing.
Sue Lucente, one of our children of Juan, said the vaccines start in September, October.
Yeah.
Well, will there be updated because I forgot to
Oh
ask.
yeah, there will. Just like there's a different flu vaccine.
Yeah.
The problem is the same thing that is with the flu vaccine. They basically take all the data of what has been and try to predict what will be. And sometimes, like, especially with the flu vaccine, they completely miss the mark.
Yeah.
So that's why, everybody's like, oh, I took the flu shot. I still got the flu. Yeah, you got a different strain of flu. There's millions of different strains. Technically, this is a strain of the flu, COVID. So
Yeah, that's what Dr. Larry said. He said it's mutated itself out so many times that it's now not as strong, but it's real pervasive. So
yeah. So,
So
I mean,
if
the
you're
good
if
thing
you're
is,
compromised, you still like with the flu. If you're
Yeah.
compromised, but the flu can turn into pneumonia. Well, so can COVID.
everything can. And I will tell you, this is why people who think, oh, it's the flu, in the hospitals, you have to get a flu vaccine. You have to. I would be constantly on the phone with my staff going, I need to see your flu vaccine
Mm.
because otherwise you're not allowed to work. That people forget that the flu can be fatal, that probably upwards of 30,000 people every year die of the flu.
Let me tell you,
Just
anytime
of the flu, just not even like turning into pneumonia, but depending on a person's immune system.
I wanted to die.
yeah, anytime you have it, you want to
You
die.
wanna
So
die.
it's a
Yeah.
And the thing for me is, and knock wood, I am so healthy that when I get the slightest little thing, I figure it's body cancer or something. You know, I mean, it's like I feel one little
Same.
ache, and I'm
As
like,
opposed
oh
to
no,
what?
this is
Yeah.
like,
Hair cancer?
yeah, hair cancer.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I'm like, oh God, it's rheumatoid arthritis because like my knees are hurting. I'm like,
I don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't do that.
I don't.
No, you just cry a lot.
Well, because
I hear it sounds like somebody did something to the dog. I'm in the other room. I hear.
when I don't feel good, I cry.
Oh, she cries. It's like a song. But we were talking about bad food in the hospital,
Ah,
and Mousy, as a professional,
yes.
you'll appreciate this story more than most. When I got hit with that thing, the kid threw the thing off the bridge and it collapsed my lung and bruised my heart and broke my ribs. I'm in the hospital and after I was in ICU for like 5 days, I think. And then on the 6th day I got out and I'm in, regular, and I've got a Pluravac, but the old Pluravac, what that is.
oh God, yeah.
Okay, so that's the one that has the frickin' hose that's like this
It's like a
big.
car engine.
Oh man. And they stick it into your side like
Yeah.
9 inches into your chest, and it was just a horrible thing, right? But now I'm starving to death. And these frickin' the nurse's station or whatever it is like right down the hall from my room, and I can smell pizza. Right, so I get out of the bed, I take my IV drip and my Plurivac, and I'm rolling down the hallway, and I said, "Guys, am I smelling pizza? Oh yeah. Oh, can I get a sled? No, 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 no." And so I said, "Well, that doesn't seem right." And all of a sudden, it's they all run out of the room, but there's no pizza left. But there's
It's
so
what?
I call the phone number and I hear,
Oh.
"Give me some pizza." And I said, "Hey, this is Dr. Longo over at Jacoby. I'd like to order a large pie, please." And so they said, "Okay, Mr. Longo, Dr. Longo, we'll be there in a couple of minutes. Okay, we'll see you on the 30th floor," whatever it was, right? So now I'm thinking to myself, well, how am I going to get this pizza? And so I noticed that they would all throw their scrubs, their old scrubs, in the scrub closet.
Oh my God. Don't even.
Oh, wait, it gets
He was
better.
desperate. He was
So
desperate.
I go into
Did
the
you
scrub.
deliver a baby along the way or anything?
I go into the scrub closet and I get myself a set of scrubs. And I said, well, how am I going to explain these two things that I'm hooked up to? And I said, you know what? I'll just unplug them. A Plurivac. I'll just unplug them. So I bend the wires like when you have a hose out, and you don't want
Yeah.
fold the hoses in half, and I unplug them from the machine, and I got the thing under and I've got $20 in my hand, keep the change because I don't care. And they bring the pizza, and I get the pizza, and I take it back to my room, and I plug myself back in, and I'm eating this pizza. And like the next day, the doctors come in and they see the box, and it was like, "What's this?" And I said,
Busted.
"Empty pizza box." And they said, "What did you do?" And I said, "Oh, blah, 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 blah." I tell them the story, and they say, "Do you have any idea what would have happened if you had let go of that hose?" And I was like, "No." "What would have happened?" He said, "Your fucking chest would have exploded."
Yeah.
Oh, well, it was really good pizza.
I hope it was worth it.
Yeah, I mean, would I have done it had I known that? I don't know. But ignorance
Maybe.
is bliss. Maybe.
How good was that pizza?
Oh, it was so good.
Yeah.
I think about it. 6
He was in
days
the Bronx.
in ICU in the Bronx, and I can smell pizza from down the hallway, and I
Yeah.
can't.
I would have to go with that pizza.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think it brings new meaning to the expression "a pizza to die for."
There you go.
Good night.
Good one.
Good night.
Really?
So Steve, talking about things you used to bring home from like abroad. When I used to go to Germany, I used to bring back those Ritter chocolate bars.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Right? And I used to bring back a backpack full of them every time I went.
of course
Now
you
I
did.
go around the corner to my supermarket and they have them.
Yeah.
Yes, but if it's anything
Cheaper
like
in Germany.
if it's anything like Cadbury,
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, Cadbury in England is a whole
It's
nother,
different, completely different
because
than the American.
they make it in Canada.
Yeah.
It even sounds different because, as you can hear from Don's pseudo leftover accent,
Cadbury.
he's saying Cadbury,
Not Cadbury.
not Cadbury.
Cadbury.
Cadbury, yes.
Cadbury.
Quite good.
Yeah.
Cadbury.
No, I tried not to affect any kind of an accent. Faith,
I used to love to get a flake bar. Did you see the flake bar when you were there?
I had a trio bar, which was to die for.
Oh, an arrow bar is nice.
Lion bar.
Lion bar.
They know how to do sweets over there. That's for
Oh,
sure.
that's why their teeth look like that.
Yeah. And we did watch.
A
We
big
watched.
book on The Simpsons when Bart didn't want to go to the dentist and they showed him the big book of smiles. And he ran screaming to the dentist.
So we did watch the Euros where England did not quite. Who were they playing?
Spain.
Spain. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they're excused. Spain
I
are
had
like,
my Spanish kids here. I'm surprised you didn't hear them screaming over there in England.
yeah, we tried to
Have
get
you
a
received
seat.
any communication from them?
Oh yeah. Their mother just sent me a message the other day. She's like, "We don't know what to do. We don't know how to get him back." She says all he does is talk about his American parents.
Well,
That's great.
Yeah.
there's-
Oh, it's great. It's great for me but it's not so good for his parents. She goes, "We do not indulge him that way." I'm like, "What? You don't take him to medieval times and then to, like New York and then do the cruise and then feed him anything he wants? So you don't do
no
that?
M&M store?
Do his laundry for him or like let him have parties? Can't believe it."
No Reese's cereal.
Yeah, I
What
have
did
to
they
mail
think?
him
What they
some.
think were going to be the disciplinarians they were
Well,
over
you
here?
know what? Here's the thing. Last year, he went to for a month to Ireland.
Ugh.
Exactly. He's like, "Oh," he goes, "this is so much better than going to Ireland." He goes, "It was beautiful." He goes, "But this, I mean, he's a 15-year-old. How
It,
much more fun could you have than being
it
like
depends on where you're
10
going.
minutes outside of New York City?" Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
He said it
yeah.
was nice, but it was kind of, I think, in the rural part. And I said,
Boring.
and he said, and they had many rules there. So I
Oh,
said, well, in my house, the rule is there's no rules. So,
There you go.
I had the best time, one of the best times I've ever had in Derry, which is in Northern Ireland.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
a fun place.
Yeah,
yeah.
That
years
is.
old, Booker.
Yeah, it's,
Were you 15?
no.
No,
Ooh, I have my joke to tell you. I have a joke to tell you.
Love a joke.
I know we love a joke. So I just heard this today. So the Pope gets on a plane and he comes into New York City. And this is his first trip to the US, and he's going to address this international conference of your religious leaders. And he's really late, and there's people from all over the world waiting for him. So his driver is taking him, and of course they're sitting in freaking traffic, and he's saying to him, "You got to go faster. You got to go faster." And he goes, "I'm going as fast as I can." He goes, "Go around, go around. You have to." So he gets so frustrated. He says to the guy, "Look, get out and let me drive. Get in the back." So he's driving like balls to the walls, pedal to the metal, right? A cop pulls him over and he puts down the window and he says license and registration or whatever. So he said to him, "Look, this is very important. I have to get to this international conference. There's people waiting for me right now." So he said, "I'll be with you in a minute." So he calls into his chief and he said, "I don't know what to do." He goes, "I've got this guy pulled over and I don't know what to do. He's very important." So he says, "Well, how important is he?" He goes, "What is he, like a senator?" He goes, "Oh no, more important than that." He goes, "Bigger than a senator?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "What, a governor?" He goes, "Oh no, bigger than that." He goes, "What the hell?" He goes, "How much bigger could it be?" He goes, "What is it, the president of the United States?" He goes, "I honestly don't know who it is, but his fucking driver is the Pope."
Yeah,
oh, man. About a little over a month ago, I played a wedding for the Maras in Westchester, and the person who always officiates their wedding is Cardinal Dolan. So we've done like 5 of them for this family. So
So he knows you.
he knows us. So he walks up, and the leader of the band and I are standing next to each other, and he says, "You guys are the Lawrence Welk of Westchester." And we out laughing.
oh man.
Thanks, I think.
See now,
Wow.
Mousy, you know me. You and I have done joke time on the phone. As you're telling your joke, I'm thinking,
Welk.
yeah, of Westchester.
Oh, what a compliment, Booker.
Oh, man,
Man,
that's yeah. I want.
and during when he's doing the blessing, there were people still talking. He said, "If you keep talking, I'm going to pass around the offering plates again."
Oh, at least he's got a sense of humor.
Oh, he's got a great sense of humor. He's hysterical.
Lawrence Welk. You guys are the Lawrence Welk of West.
What an obscure reference. Jesus.
Jesus, no, it's better than being the Jesus of Westchester.
That is true.
That's quite across the bear.
Oh,
But anyway, Mousy, I'm listening to your joke and I'm thinking, do I tell a Pope joke
yeah,
or do I
the-
tell a cop joke?
No, tell the Dave joke.
Didn't I tell that joke about Dave says to his boss? His boss takes him out to lunch and everybody's saying, hey Dave, how you doing?
Nope.
And I guess I didn't tell him. And his boss says, well, what do you know everybody? He said, yeah, I actually know everybody. He said, well, you know everybody, really? He said, do you know the President of the United States? He said, Barack Obama? Yes, I do. He said, get out of here. I said, you know what? Let's go to Washington. We're not that far. Let's go. So they go to Washington. They knock on Barack's door. Barack says, Dave, how you doing? Come on, have a beer. His boss is like, well, this is freaking unbelievable. So then they go and they're on their way back to the airport, right? And then his boss says, there's some kind of trick there. He says, and Dave says, name anybody. He said, I know everybody. He said, all right, how about Tom Cruise? He said, Tom Cruise, you got it. Let's get a flight to California. We're going to Tom's house. I'm not going to call him or anything. Get on the plane. They fly to California. They go to Tom's house. Tom opens the door. Dave, I can't believe it's you. Hey, come on, you and your friend. Come on in. Come on. We'll sit down and we'll talk. And so they're there for a couple of hours and they leave. And his boss says, this is some kind of a gag. You're pulling a trick on me. He says, no, I'm telling you. Name anybody in the whole world. And he says, all right, how about the Pope? And he says, you know what? Let's go to Italy right now. They go to Italy, they go to the Vatican, and there's a whole crowd of people waiting for the Pope to come out on the balcony. And Dave says to his boss, listen, he says, this is a little different than even Barack Obama or Tom Cruise. He said, this is Pope. He said, oh, perfect.
It's probably Lenny.
It's Lenny. You can wait till my joke is over, Lenny. So he says to this boss, you just got to wait here, okay? You got to wait here. And he said, but I'll be right back. Don't worry, it's all good. And all of a sudden, this guy goes, the guy next to him, Italian guy, oh my God, policia, oh my God, who's this? What's going on? And these two guys walk out on the balcony. And the boss says to the guy, what's the matter? What's wrong with you? He says, who's that guy on the balcony with Dave?
You never told that one before.
Mousy, by the way, Anton is writing to you about something kids are playing in Franklin Park.
Kids are playing in Franklin Park.
Can you read the comments?
No, I'm not on. Hey.
Mousy,
The
BTJ kids are playing in Franklin Park, 817.
Hi. Okay, I'm gonna
Hey,
check it
Steve.
out.
What's
If I don't
going
have a
on?
gig, I'll check it out for sure.
This is how things go. Hey, Lenny, I gotta
Bye,
go.
Lenny.
I know. Look, my apologies, guys.
They changed the
Steve.
clock. Take care, B.
See you later.
Bye, Book. Have a good gig. Have a good week.
What? Everybody's leaving?
No, just
It's the
Booker.
end of the show.
Actually,
Yeah,
I know.
All right, let me tell you, Mousy, let me tell you the other one. Hang on. I'm young man in the yellow shirt. We're going to get to you.
I know. I was late.
I
Okay.
told him, Lenny, I said you were gonna be late.
This blonde is driving about 80 miles an hour on the throughway. She gets pulled over by a cop, and it's a female cop. The female cop comes up to the window and she says, license, please. Let me see your license, please. She says, my license, I'm not really sure. Can you tell me what it looks like?
is this misogynistic?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so.
Big word for a 12-year-old. And so the cop says to her, look, she said, it's rectangle, small rectangle, and it's got your picture on it. So the blonde is looking through her purse and she pulls out a cosmetic mirror and she sees herself and then she goes, oh, okay, this must be it. She hands it to the cop, who is also blonde, and she looks at it and she goes, why didn't you tell me you were on the force? Okay, Lenny, you're up in 3, 2, 1.
Go.
Okay, Steve, is it possible for you to check your messenger message messages.
Yeah, it's possible.
Anything is
Okay,
possible,
hey, look.
Lenny.
We've been doing this show for a while. You should be able to do all this shit.
I can do
You
it.
should be able to, but
It's
things
just-
have been messed up, Lenny.
Yeah, things have been not going
There's
so well.
ghost in the machine.
I got Mousy and Eric Clapton.
Mousy and Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
What are you doing with Eric Clapton,
No.
Mousy?
I must be on a different. It's got to be on a different.
I sent that to you. That was Eric's tribute to John Mayall and him
Yeah.
apologizing for being an asshole.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was a
We
humble
saw it.
guy disguised.
Yeah, right?
Lenny, I can't. Not on this one. I can't.
Okay, Anton said you turned him on to the whoever it is, BTJ kids, Mousy.
What is the BTJ kids?
Who is the BTJ kids, Mousy?
What's that?
doesn't remember.
I need to. Oh, okay. Take care, Don.
Bye, Don.
Don.
For coming down, bringing us down with you.
Bye, Don.
Thanks for this.
Yes, and thanks for the heart attack. Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'm looking, Lenny, but go ahead.
Okay, so do I have the wrong messenger?
I don't know. I'm gonna look. I'm trying to look.
Message.
It's the reason I'm late.
No, I got it. I got
You
it.
were cooking dinner.
Oh, that's unkind.
That's what Angus said.
What the?
Lenny's gonna be late because he's cooking dinner.
What is that?
I can't see it.
You sent it. Do you remember what you sent?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I do send it. That is pasta. Hey, Mousy, relax, calm down. You can't tell what that is?
Oh, well, I can tell. Wow, it looks like linguine
It
and
looks
clam
like
sauce.
Indian food. Indian food.
Yeah, I mean, it could be
No, that's rigatoni.
Thank
Penne
you.
alla vodka.
penne alla vodka.
Well, close. It's could you put it up on the screen? God damn it!
All right, hang on.
You made that, Lenny?
I
What?
just ate a lot of it.
Look at
You
that.
just ate a lot of it. Thanks.
Yeah, I know. I'm cooking all this. Okay,
Ooh.
that is killer rigatoni with sausage, and it's got everything in it.
And I'm supposed
Wow,
to
it looks like
by
penne
looking at
pasta.
it.
I could tell. I could see the
You
rigatoni.
wouldn't
Yeah,
believe
I
how
guess I-
good it was
And you made it
just now.
from a recipe?
Well, I tell you what, if I had
No,
that on
not
my
from the
table, I'd
recipe.
be late too.
I know, and I'm saying, oh, here I am cooking this stuff, and everybody's on the show waiting to eat dinner.
Yeah.
That looks
Yeah.
great.
And I got news for you. Waiting to eat dinner. I'm eating like rocks and straw for dinner.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
there
sorry
you
to hear
go.
that.
How
Well,
come?
14 drinks.
Now that I know that I'm not going
All
to
right,
die.
Lenny.
No, it's beautiful
Oh,
and it
come on,
looks
now, look
it
at
looks
that.
delicious.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dumb bag.
I promise next week I will be on time. Oh,
Oh,
and
we're not
wait,
coming in
That's
next
not
week.
that's not the promise I was waiting for.
wait! I've got a pasture. Should I put it up?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's pasture time.
Past your time. Past your bedtime.
Yeah, let's see if it's gonna work. Oh, it's working. I got to get out of the way. Now this is a little obscure.
I can't believe it, Lenny.
Move your head, Lenny. Dawn, Bill Gates,
Gates.
and somebody playing a flute.
Dawn Gates. Man, I don't know. I thought mine was obscure.
What's the first guy?
The first guy is Dawn.
No,
Oh
you're,
shit! You got
Of
it backwards.
mine?
Yes, it's backwards, I guess. Dawn
Well,
is the
fuck me.
last.
Hold on.
Oh,
This
Lenny's.
might help. This might help. Is that backwards?
No, what is it? Is the flute supposed to be first?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Flute Gates Dawn?
Flute.
Oh, it's pretty obscure.
Well, I'll say.
Paper?
Yeah.
Piper?
Yeah, we probably need Joe on the show.
Probably
Get
need
this-
to bring in an expert.
We need an older person on the show. if I give you Pink Floyd,
Okay, Michael Newton says Piper at the Gates of Dawn.
very good.
Wow,
Holy
nice.
shit.
Michael
Good
Newton.
job.
Okay. Well,
That was
then go
good.
for mine.
All right. I would have expected a bagpiper, but go ahead.
You had a smart audience.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know about the people on the show.
Well,
Oh no,
yeah.
you do know we're not.
Yeah.
So let's
Okay.
see.
I thought it was a good one.
yeah. I've never heard of it, but it's a good one.
Take your time.
Okay, so we have Beethoven.
Oh,
We have, well, sheet music, a staff. I don't know. Beethoven.
You know what?
Beethoven's Fifth.
Oh!
Oh, I can't even see the whole thing. I can see a little bit.
I'm
of
sorry, Lenny. Let me fix it for you, pal. It's my
Jesus
that's
Christ.
an oversight on my part. Beethoven's Fifth. And
wow.
by the way, in 2/4, rest. Da 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 da. That's what
That's
this.
what I was looking at, and I was like, I recognize that music. Thanks to Michael.
Da 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 da.
Wow.
And I got that from Tar, you know the movie
Beethoven.
Tar,
Yeah.
Yes.
where she's a conductor and she says, "You can't start without me," and she's talking about the rest,
Yeah.
right? Rest, da 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 da. 1 and 2 and 3 and 2 and 1.
Man, that was an intense movie.
That was
Oh,
good. She was
Like
great.
that was one of those movies that I watched once and it haunted me so much I haven't watched it since.
Yeah, but
Well,
she's
You know,
Yeah, she's
yeah,
just
she
she's
was
freaking.
amazing. That whole movie was just
she just
had
All
a
right,
little
so,
bit of everything in it.
Do you have one for us?
Yeah, I only only half my brain is working now, which is probably less than normally.
Not this side, is it?
That side isn't, the right side's not working. So it's
Oh.
just one picture. It should be easy. I know you're
Put
gonna
me
get
in,
it.
coach.
All right, all right. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Go ahead.
Moby Dick?
Nah, so sorta.
There's a bunch of guys rowing the ocean. I can't tell what's on the right side.
Nantucket Sleigh Ride.
Here you go.
Oh, good
Oh!
one.
Good one. Good one. And
Mousy,
you,
give us yours.
Well, I
Mousy,
just
get
did.
your head out of the way.
Yeah.
It's basically the same thing. I mean, it's people doing
Rolling and
things-
tumbling.
No,
Uh,
this is just it's very like blatant. It's just because of what they're doing in the Olympics and what they're doing in this picture,
Break dance,
Oh,
break.
break dancing.
dancing in the street.
Dancing in the streets. Excellent.
that's
Okay,
a-
wait, one real quick
tough one.
joke before we go.
A
okay.
joke.
One more
joke,
quick joke.
okay.
Okay. A guy goes running into a bar. He comes flying in the door. He sits down. He says to the bartender, "Give me 10 shots of whiskey right now." So the guy says to him, 10 shots. He goes, what's the occasion? He goes, "My first blowjob." So he says, he goes, "Congratulations." He goes, "The 11th one's on me." He goes, "Forget it." He goes, "If 10 doesn't get the taste out of my mouth, the 11th's not going to do it."
Oh!
Okay, I gotta go.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta go too.
Everybody.
Sorry.
He fell off. He was with the piper at the gate.
That was good, Nelson.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right.
All right, children.
We
That
love
was
you,
good.
children of the lawn.
Have a great night.
Have
Everybody
fun.
have a great
have
week.
love.
Be on time
Have
next
love.
week, Lenny.
Okay.
Good night, everybody.
Don't you tell them about it, Law.
Tell them about what?
Wow, what's happening? What's happening? Oh, here I am. Goodbye.
Okay, now your dinner you made, did you make that from a recipe or you just did it yourself?
Oh, you mean the pasta?
Yeah.
It's it kind of built over time,
That's great. It doesn't
but yeah,
have,
it's all from scratch.
does it have cream in it with the tomato sauce?
Yes,
Like
it does. Oh, okay. You take a couple of sausages, you open the skins up, and you put the sausage meat in there, and that
Right.
cooks for a little while. Then you put a little garlic and maybe some shallots, and that cooks for a while. And then you put a thing of cherry tomatoes in there,
Ooh.
and you cover it so that they steam.
Yeah.
Then you put a little tomato sauce, and you put some passata, which is basically what? Tomato sauce.
Okay.
And you're cooking it, you're throwing some basil in there. There's a whole bunch of stuff in there. It takes a while, but it's a delicious dish.
It looks really delicious. And then you put
I wish you could try it.
oh man. And I see the fresh cheese there that you grated on top of it, and the nice
The whole
yeah.
parsley. I don't fuck around.
No, you don't. And the crusty French bread you got to go with it.
Yeah, that was okay.
That wasn't good?
No, it wasn't really French bread. I don't know. Don't put French bread in the microwave to heat it up.
No, put it in the oven to heat
Yeah,
it
you
up.
gotta toast it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That
guys.
was, ever since you put your picture there, I ordered some Italian food. It just showed up.
Well, I make penne alla vodka. So
Oh, yes, she does.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry, but I didn't know Angus was so sick.
No.
Yeah, well,
We didn't like announce
I didn't
it.
blow it all over town, but
Yeah, I spoke to him before the show,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and he told me what had happened. And I said, "Well, that explains a lot of things."
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
been out for a
That was
couple
a
Yeah,
days.
it was a very scary time, and I'll tell you what, I went through a similar thing.
What happened? Your microphone just turned off. Stop pushing the button. I guess you can hear me. Okay. Okay, you talk, and I'll do like a ventriloquist thing. Well, I'm so happy that you were on the show. Oh yeah, you're looking really good, Len. And whatever it was you cooked, I wish I had some right now. I'll see you later. I'll see you later. Here I go.